Let's get reaction from the top Republican on the Foreign Affairs Committee, Congressman Michael McCaul. He was in today's hearing with Secretary Blinken. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. Did you get the clarity you were seeking during the course of these several hours of questions and answers?
Well, it was highly contentious, very emotional issue. You have 13 servicemen and women coming home in flag-draped coffins, caskets. We had celebration on 9/11 in Kabul, the Taliban celebrating their defeat of the United States of America, and the Taliban flag going up in the presidential palace. I don't think anybody wanted to see it end this way. And I think, it's how this was done that was a major criticism, and I would say it was bipartisan in many respects, critical of the way this was done, given the intelligence community warnings since April and May, all the way through August, exactly what was going to happen.
But did you get the clarity from Blinken, from the Secretary of State, that you sought, or at least did he help explain what was going on from the administration's perspective?
Well, we got some guarantees that all American citizens will come out.
There's about 100 left. That's the number you've heard.
Roughly,
right?
Yeah. The interpreters who worked with our special forces, they are gone. The Taliban will not allow them to leave. We are
people who got the special immigrant visas. Is that what you're talking about?
Special immigrant visas. These are the guys that worked right with our special forces. Taliban views them as the worst of the worst because they betrayed, in their view, their country, and they worked with the infidel.
How many people are you talking about?
We're about 10,000, and if you multiply it by family, that's about that's about 3 times that.
So you think they're going to be stuck? They're never going to get out?
I think that they're already being executed. We're already getting stories of families and interpreters being executed by the Taliban. We'd love to see them all get it. Had they done this sooner, Wolf, this actually could have worked. But they waited to the last minute on the hopes that they'd have this peace deal with the Taliban in Doha. And
I think they were assuming that the so-called Afghan government of Hamid Karzai and the 300,000 members of the Afghan military wouldn't simply run away.
That's right. And every intelligence assessment I received was just the opposite, that the Afghan army would fall.
But not that quickly, within a few days.
They were up by a few months.
They thought it could be a few months. They didn't think it was going to be 7 or 10 days.
And it happened very rapidly, the deterioration. And finally, I asked the Secretary what I'm most concerned about. When Bagram shut down, those were our eyes and ears in Afghanistan to see the threats, to take them out.
I met Ashraf Ghani, not Hamid Karzai, who was the president,
correct,
the so-called president of Afghanistan, who escaped, who fled for his life within a few days. Hamid Karzai is a former president.
Correct. And Ghani fled his own country. But this intelligence capability that went down with Bagram Air Base and with the embassy has left us dark in the region. We can't have eyes and ears in country, but also Russia, China, Iran. This was the most important question I asked the Secretary is, what are you doing to restore that in a nearby country? And there have also been allegations that Mr. Putin talked to President Biden and basically threatening him that he could not build intelligence capability in the region.
Yeah, when I spoke to the Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin, on Saturday over at the Pentagon, he said very flatly, the U.S. will have robust capability in the region for what's called over-the-horizon attacks, if necessary. Is that good enough for you?
It is not. Over-the-horizon means Qatar, UAE. That's about a 6 to 8 hour flight. When I talk to senior military officials, intelligence, it is not close enough to have that eyes and ears on the ground. Remember, we have no presence in Afghanistan anymore. No more military, no more intelligence officials. We're completely dark. And that's what worries me, going back to pre-9/11 without intelligence, and also the cache of weapons and cash that they inherited.
We'll leave it there. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. Still plenty of unanswered questions. Michael McCaul, appreciate it very much.